Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are gonna cover the main features of this Marantz AV7706, what it can do, the sound quality, and touch base on Auro-3D. Upmixing of it, is it worth it? Getting it? I'm gonna pair this Marantz with my Rotel RKB8100, an 8-channel amplifier that runs 100 watts each, and also paired with the Marantz MM7025, a 2-channel amplifier at 140 watts each. This Marantz AV7706 retails roughly $3,000. It is an 11.2 processor, can decode DTS:X, Dolby Atmos, IMAX Enhanced, Auro-3D, and of course its previous predecessor sound. Comes with HDMI 2.1 port, 8K at 60 Hz, 4K 120 Hz. Has XLR and RCA output, one 8K input. With this preamp, the AVR, with this preamp, the AV7706, you will fully be able to decode Auro-3D. On a side note though, it does not support Dolby Atmos configurations in wall ceiling, such as top front, top middle, top rear, or upfiring with Dolby enabled speakers. For both Dolby Atmos and Auro-3D, the configurations has to be set to front height and rear height speakers. Although rear height is not necessary, but it is highly recommended for an Auro-3D optimal experience. Gaming at 4K at 120 Hz works the way it is intended to, real smooth. Although, even with the latest firmware update, seems like there is no ALLM or VRR support, which is low latency mode and variable refresh rate as of yet. No longer need to use eARC mode for gaming. That being said, eARC on this Marantz is super easy to set up because there is no setup when you're ready to use eARC. After the right connections, you just push the TV audio button on the AV controller and it will just work. Dolby Atmos on eARC sounds just as good as the full range of the HDMI port. Now that we cover all the main important features, let's talk about the sound. The sound is superb. The bass dB volume, decibel volume, by default is loud as an RCam AVR. If you didn't know, the RCam processing is one of the best and crystal clear sound I've ever heard. The AV7706 by Marantz is just as loud as the RCam and powerful, but with the Marantz, it is a little more clean at higher volumes. I've owned Denon and Yamaha AVRs for years. The Marantz sound, the way I would describe the sound of this Marantz, if you know, obviously you got to experience it firsthand, but the way I would describe this Marantz sound is like if you had Denon and Yamaha AVRs, you put them together, it'll sound similar to that, but with added power and torque in the sound department. The 7706 is more on the warmer side for sound, which is a good thing, and that is what I'm looking for in speakers and in AVs. And I mean this when I say you will hear sounds more distinctly than ever before with this processor. As far as the look and design of the 7706, I do like it. The build quality is premium. The little screen doesn't bother me. Flipping the flap down to see the bigger screen is a beautiful design in my eyes. Whatever your preference, all the features alone for the retail price of $3,000, you're not going to get a better bang for your buck. Now let's talk about Auro-3D. This is one of the main reasons why I decided to pick the 7706 up. When you run Dolby Atmos, you can set your Atmos signal in Auro-3D. With gaming and regular Blu-ray, this feature is not an option. I believe it only works for 4K Blu-ray disc when you want to upmix in Auro-3D. I'm running 5.2 0.4 with the recommended configurations for optimal Auro-3D. I tested a few movies, one in particular, Power Rangers, the most recent one, in a 4K disc, on a 4K disc, decoded in Dolby Atmos upmixed to Auro-3D, and the sound was even more amazing than with just regular Dolby Atmos. Now, I'm not sure if it's just the Marantz processing, but there were sounds I didn't notice before with any other AVs. That's for certain. I know a lot of people complain about Dolby Atmos height speakers not fully being taken advantage of, and it's not really the Dolby Atmos technology, it's the fact when the movie is mixed on Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray is not fully utilizing the high channels. And I also know that Dolby Atmos is more of an object-based sound field and not so much as just sound coming from the high channels. All that being said, you still need more object-based sound from above your ear level. And all that money you spend on a 4K disc for that Dolby Atmos above your ear level sound, it's not really justifiable in my book as of yet. So for your home theater, the Atmos track is not as good as the track you would have in the theater. So they need to either the home movie developers or whoever's mixing the Blu-ray disc for home theater tracks, for Dolby Atmos tracks, they need to do a better job in upmixing it. So this is why I understand the complaints that people are having about Dolby Atmos. And like I said, it's not so much as the Dolby Atmos technology, is more of the aspect that the mix for the Blu-ray disc, the 4K Blu-ray disc, is not fully being utilized as you would think it should. Now the question becomes, is it even worth it to upgrade to an Auro-3D AV? No, it is not worth it to upgrade to Auro-3D, to an Auro-3D capable AV. Even though you do get a little more sound coming from your high channels, it's not dramatically more noticeable enough. It's not noticeably enough for justifying that upgrade to spend more just to get an Auro-3D cable AVR or AVP. Only upgrade if you want a top-notch AV such as this Marantz AV7706 for superior sound, audio-video processing, and for future-proofing with a 2.1 HDMI port, 4K at 120 Hz if you want to game. My final thoughts: I'm actually very impressed with the Marantz brand in general, and with this AV7706 processor. I would class this make and model with the Rotel, Anthem, and Arkham brand. Compared to other brands for similar price, and not just the three I mentioned, but every other brand, for the similar price, you do get more features for less, and the surround sound that is a powerfully clean tone. I would 100% recommend this Marantz AV7706 preamplifier processor as the best purchase you'll ever get. So I hope you guys learned something. Yes, have any questions? I'm gonna be doing more things, and whatever I discover when it comes to this AV, all the speakers I own, all the other AVs that I own, and of course all those decodes and technologies and all that. When it comes up, I'll post it in future videos. So like I said, any comments, go ahead and comment below. But that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Thanks guys for tuning in. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hooded Dragons out.